There's no mistaking that design. It has to be them. Confederate consternation. Alize seems bemused to find herself standing outside a Confederate settlement. It would seem we have found a Confederate settlement, mayhap even their headquarters, judging by the size of the place. So Gosetsu bade us seek out the Confederacy for aid and succor, the self-same Confederacy that refuses to openly oppose the Empire. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. At the very least, they're unlikely to ask us for the tithe. Look who I found. This should make things easier. Tensui. What wind brings you hither, of all places? Were you not bound for Othard's shores? I see. I trust you have not forgotten our previous conversation on the subject, no? Then what do you want? A second opinion? Very well. Come with me. I will take you to the captain, Rasho. Just like that, an audience with their leader? How very accommodating. We must needs choose our words carefully. You leave it to me. I've always been good with people, and this will also give me a chance to use the Eastern greeting they showed me in Revenant's Toll. On second thought, maybe I shouldn't be the one to do this. It's never this simple, not with pirates. And if they're anything like Carvalane, then may the gods have mercy on us all. There he is then, our illustrious leader. Speak. No need to be shy. Greetings. You must be Rasho, leader of the Confederacy and so on. I realize this is all a bit sudden, but the thing is, we have a little favor to ask. Oh, gods. I've probably broken half a dozen rules of Far Eastern etiquette already. Well, I'm sorry about that, but you have to understand that we're in a hurry, so I'm going to stop talking now. Men who revere manners and tradition can be found the world over, but not here. Your candor is appreciated. Speak your heart. Gosetsu, a former leader of the rebellion? Aye, I know of him. Why he bade you petition us for aid and succor, however, I know not. At the risk of repeating myself, to join the Confederacy is to renounce all other ties. We are beholden to none, allied with none. When Doma was invaded by the Empire 25 years ago, we did not rush to her defense. Knowing this, do you honestly expect us to help you drive the Imperial forces out of Isari? The Garleans have long maintained a presence in this region, and we would be fools to break the peace, fragile as it is. Besides, you are capable warriors, yes? With guile and preparation, you can surely resolve this matter yourselves. It is imperative that our presence here remain secret for as long as possible. For us to openly engage the Imperials at this time would endanger everything we have come here to achieve. You have told us why you cannot fight, not why we should fight in your stead. If you would speak to me of lives saved, I would speak to you of slaughter. How many will die when all pretense is lost and the Garleans declare war on the Confederacy? Hate is a luxury we cannot afford. You are free to come and go as you please, but you will receive no further aid. Thank you for your hospitality. If you would excuse us. All ties that bind a man must be renounced, without exception, if he is to find a place here. Former lovers and bitter enemies alike must learn to bury their past and work side by side, or else be cast out. No matter how deep a man's hatreds may run, he cannot let them dictate his actions. The good of the Confederacy takes precedence over all. The captain's word is final. Can't say I didn't warn you. Oh no, they're right there. Okay. I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm not. Hey, Lavenza. I know that didn't go well, but I'm not prepared to give up on them yet. Gosetsu told us to come here for a reason. He must have believed we could convince them to help us. We just have to work out how. My thoughts exactly. I'm glad to hear we're of the same mind. 'Tis little wonder they refused. We have done naught to persuade them. The real work begins now. We need to learn more about the Confederacy, what their needs and weaknesses are. Once we know that, we will know how to earn their trust. Gather information. I had a feeling something was going to be out here. They always like to put one of the quest objectives like right on the edge of the of the area on the map. Taking an interest in the ship. Good eye. She's not much to look at now, but once upon a time she was a beauty. The Confederacy favors flotillas of smaller ships to capture and board errant vessels. The larger ones, like this Sekibune, only take part in major engagements. Not that we've had any of those recently. What would those Imperial bastards throwing their weight around? If it wasn't for them, well, no use moaning about what you can't change, huh? So we're not just talking to people, we are, well, gathering information. A number of crates and barrels have been stored here. On closer inspection, however, most are empty. Oh, okay, so we have another one, okay, over there. Arms crate is not looking so great. The arms and armor have been piled up haphazardly. They display no signs of recent use or maintenance. Had a good look around, and we just need to wait for lease. Sorry to keep you waiting, but I wanted to talk to as many people as I could. It's just as Tensui said, they have no intention of standing up to Yatsuyu. I don't know if you two got a different impression. What will you say? Under the right circumstances, they might help us. I think the situation is coming to a head. Yeah, I guess you could see that because their crates are empty. Um, and their armor and weapons are, I guess, falling apart or just not in use or whatever. But the one dude said that, like, well, all he said was they don't fight the Imperials much. Not really anything about whether or not they could. I think the situation is coming to a head. I agree. It's obvious they are struggling to survive, in that they blame the Imperials for their recent troubles. Even if we do nothing, it is inevitable that they will come into conflict with the Empire sooner or later, and deep down they all know it. The only thing holding them back at the moment is the belief that they lack the strength to survive the coming war. So we need to prove to them that we're not all talk, that we can be valuable allies in the fight. And what better way to demonstrate our worth than by seeking out people with mundane problems and offering them our expert assistance? Wouldn't be the first time we've had to earn someone's trust by helping them out with this and that. And you know it won't be the last, of course. I'll look around the western end of Onokoro. You two take the east. Good luck. You have learned the Eastern Bow. Oh, geez. Okay, so we've got 3 separate quests. The Solace of the Sea. Afumi has no patience for seasick pirates. Kami, take me. What kind of pirate cannot suffer the sway of the ocean? Huh? A new recruit from far-flung shores? Listen well, I have a task for you. Go first to Alcumo below and receive of him medicine for men of the earth. Then to Quickscape Pier and the hapless Doman bemoaning his wretched fate. Quickly. Okay. Come at the behest of Afumi for medicine? My very best is yours for the taking. How pitiful the lot of this Doman unable to stomach the sea. A true Confederate could raid a dozen ships while in his cups. Mayhap this one should return whence he came. Why does it shift and shudder still? Landlubber's best mate, a sack full of victuals to help the would-be pirate keep his insides on the inside. Medicines? Give them here. They may look down on me for resorting to such measures, but I would do aught to render the world stable and motionless once more. You are kind, as is Afumi. You may tell her that I will return to my duties as soon as I am able. Hell's Lid definitely looks cool at night. Very imposing. The Doman was raised in the mountains of his homeland. The first time he saw the sea was after he fled his homeland and came to us. He tosses and turns in his sleep, and when he takes to the water, it is not long before he can no longer stand. But he will grow accustomed to this life. He is hardly the first, after all. The captain, too, was once a Doman, though he cast all aside 25 years ago, when the Imperials took his lands and the lands of his parents and brothers. Perhaps you, too, will renounce your ties and join us someday. I mistook you for a recruit before, but I know your tale now. Tansui unfold it all. Think on my offer, Westerner. You may find small joys in the land, but the sea holds salvation. The Last Voyage. Aranami is not a man accustomed to being kept waiting. You there, you. Have you seen a bumbling clod of an Aura? A new recruit I ordered to patrol the northern edge of Anakoro. He is late in returning. A strange boy he was, quiet and brooding, reluctant to speak unless spoken to first. Better that than a fool who never holds his tongue, perhaps. Much as I would enjoy dragging him back by the ear, I cannot. Duty compels me to remain. You, on the other hand, have no such obligations. You cast about for the Confederate recruit, but see no one matching his direction. His description. Jeez. Matching his description. Oh, okay, so it just repeats the same thing. Oh, okay, there's multiple. You cast about for the Confederate recruit, but see no one matching his description. You cast about for the Confederate recruit, and at last spy a young Auri man lurking behind the rocks to the west. Yeah, I don't see how you could spy him at all from where we were. Who are you? You do not look like a woman of the Confederacy. Forgive me. 'Twas but yesterday we bid farewell to one of our own, and I worried that she might have lost her way. We laid her to rest in a boat and pushed her out till the current claimed it, for the sea is our home, now and ever after. But those sent thither with burdened hearts may drift back to shore, it is said. Out of concern for her comrades, she strove to earn far more than her keep. She hunted rare and deadly game in treacherous waters and lost her life for it. But my vigil is ended. Her vessel has not returned to Anakoro. She has made peace with this life and placed her faith in us to live on. So, what of my recruit? Did you find him napping on the beach or some such? What? All this time he was standing watch for the funerary vessel? Huh. So rarely does he give voice to his thoughts. I had no idea our comrade's death had affected him so. Too quick was I to judge him. It is good that you went in my stead, else I might have misspoken and made a fool of myself. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. All right, one more. The Arrows of Misfortune. Kajika is nodding sagely in your direction. You strike me as a strong and capable individual. I have a job for you, Westerner, if you are courageous as well. On the beach far to the west lies the carcass of a Gyuki, feathered with arrows. I would have you go and retrieve those which may still be of use. While you are about it, I should be glad if you were to butcher its tail for meat. Very good meat and Gyuki tails, you know. But I did say you'd need be a courageous sort, and I meant it. The beast was young. Do not be surprised if an angry mother mourns its child. Yeah, this is the one that we saw in the... when we first arrived here. Methinks. And of course it needs to take more time here for this. Again, this feels very similar, and it makes sense that they would essentially kind of, for the lack of a better term, you know, copy-paste the quests. Like, okay, here's your quest when you first get to Girobanya, and then here's the quest when you first get to Othard, and it's like, it just, I noted with both that they have you do like a quick, you know, interaction with people or whatever to get an idea of what's going on. And then they give you more quests to do the exact same thing. And it's like, I mean, we kind of already got it. You have been away for some time, perhaps in search of a young Gyuki. I always want to say Gyuki corpse. Unbroken arrow. The shaft, fletching, and head of this arrow appear to be relatively undamaged. It reeks of dead Gyuki, though. Gyuki tail meat. This meat looks as good as it smells, which is to say not at all. I see I did not misjudge you. Thank you for your help. Would that I could have tended to my own kill, but such is life. A pity the meat is not as delicious as it is nutritious. Under normal circumstances, we would not bother hunting Gyuki as game. But as you may have heard, these are not normal circumstances. Arrows, too, must be reused when possible. A prudent measure become necessary, alas. With every passing day, our future grows more uncertain. Oh, sorry, my head is somewhere else. Okay, but this day we shall have full bellies, and in that must we take solace. And wayward travelers need not risk the ire of vengeful Gyuki by wandering near my neglected kill, which we already kind of dealt with. A strange sigh passes your lips. Have I said something odd? No matter. Thank you again for your aid. Thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to join me live, the link to my Twitch is in the description down below. Thank you again, and you have a good one.